We are live. A very warm welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. To our wonderful speakers, all of whom are Women's Chapter members, I'm delighted that you've made the time to join us today for our discussion around the art of gifting, which obviously is very important at the moment when we're all thinking about how to spoil our loved ones and hopefully ourselves, but I know we're going to be talking a little bit about that as well. But a very warm welcome, Gemma, Tracey, Lisa, and Michelle. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Pleasure to be here.
And for those who joined us on LinkedIn, this will be recorded. So if you miss parts of it, you'll be able to watch the entire recording on LinkedIn through this link. But we'll also be sharing this on our YouTube channel, which pulls into our website as well. So there'll be lots of opportunities to catch all of the golden nuggets that we're going to be getting from our specialists today. Can I please start off with giving each of you an opportunity to introduce yourselves? Gemma, can I start with you, please?
Sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Gemma Mills, the founder of JOMO Club, which stands for the joy of missing out. We're all about JOMO instead of FOMO, and we are the UK's alcohol-free spirit subscription box.
Brilliant. Thank you, Gemma. Tracey, over to you.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity, Michelle. It's a joy to be here with you. My name's Tracey Woodward. I am the co-creator of Kalmar. I also have a portfolio career in beauty, where I sit on boards or invest in brands, and I have been in the beauty industry for 37 years, from counter girl to CEO.
Wow, thank you so much, Tracey. And for those that might not have seen our Instagram, we had Tracey speak at our Cliveden afternoon tea yesterday, and she literally blew everyone away with her story and her insights and her inspiration. She had us all dancing, and I did my 7-minute dance this morning, Tracey. I made my kids do it with me.
Oh, wow.
It's going to become a standard in our house, even though they thought it was a bit crazy at first. But yeah, thank you so much, Tracey, for a second day in a row joining us and being part of one of the Women's Chapter events. Thank you.
A pleasure, a pleasure. And a 7-minute kitchen disco goes a long way to make your day great.
I love that.
Because straight after I did that, I felt really inspired and I went to the gym. So
yeah, there you go.
I'm already a convert. Lisa, can I hand over to you?
Absolutely. So good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be part of this. As always, I'm founder and CEO of Lisa Franklin London. I'm a product developer, nutritionist and facialist. Very, very passionate about what I do and what I stand for. A very unique philosophy. We have a beautiful private clinic. We work by appointment only. And I manufacture product, and there's nothing we don't do. So I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you, Lisa. And Michelle, over to you.
Oh, hi, sorry. My name is Michelle de Biolay. I'm the founder of Almost Essential. Almost Essential is an online portal where I have basically selected and recommended all the services you need to have an easier life and better life in London. Also have an online gifting concierge service where I help you choosing the best present for your loved ones.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. And for anyone that knows anything about Women's Chapter, we are very passionate about supporting women-led business and really encouraging our community and anyone else that will listen to use the power of their purses to support fellow women-led businesses and women-led businesses, because that's really the only way we can move the needle on the success of businesses like all of ours in the UK, is to start thinking about how we can use our money to support one another. So this festive season, I really encourage everyone to think about how you can support each of the founders here today, but also those in our broader community with your gifting for yourself and for your loved ones. I'd like to start off first, because this whole discussion is kind of around the art of gifting, and all of you have very, different products and experiences. Gemma, yours is quite unique because you have an alcohol-free subscription box. Mm-hmm. You're a relatively new business, but I know that you went all out for Christmas last year, and you had your nan and your mum knitting little hats for all of the non-alcoholic bottles that went out to your recipients. Has gifting changed, and have you been able to kind of fill that gap, I guess, or ride that wave?
Yeah, so I guess in terms of has gifting changed, I think this kind of happened before lockdown, but since lockdown, I found it's really started to develop more. But I think a lot of people are looking to shop more sustainably. They're looking to shop small, especially during COVID and lockdown. We saw that a lot, but I think that's really carried on through. And then also shopping local as well. I think that's a big thing. I think in terms of have we sort of found and been able to ride the wave. It's been a really exciting time for alcohol free. We've obviously seen a lot more people gifting for others during this time, but also for themselves, which is really nice to see. People even write in the gift note to me from me. So they're even writing themselves a gift note, which I like. But not just through our site, which is obviously specifically alcohol free, but through corporates. We're working with the likes of Mars at the moment this Christmas to create alcohol-free cocktail boxes for all their employees, which is great to see, but also through sort of marketplaces as well. So not on the high street and things like that. We've also seen a massive increase in alcohol-free gifting. So we've kind of seen it all across different levels to show the rise of alcohol-free and how important that's going to be for a lot of people this Christmas.
Well, and I think as we've spoken about so much, the alcohol-free market has provided so many people who either don't drink or don't drink very much with new opportunities. And the festive season is a massive time when people like that often feel left out, where they're just offered sparkling water because there's no other alternative. So I think that's absolutely brilliant. And I have used your service to gift friends of mine those beautiful boxes. So congratulations.
Thank
Lisa,
you.
Can I go over to you? You obviously have an incredible product range, but you also offer really amazing services. And
Absolutely.
So all of those things are perfect for gifting others and also for yourself. But do you have a favorite gift that you've been given? Like, is there something that stands up?
There's two things really. I mean, the best thing that for me ever, because I've just never got enough time. So for the best, I mean, it's a bit cliche, so I don't want to, come across a certain way, but, for me, it's time. But actually, if we get turning it onto something that is material, then my wonderful husband, Dean, he had a ring made for me for a big birthday of mine. And I really cherish it, actually. It's sustainable, the consideration, the kind of thought, the detail into the ring, and it's very personal. It really shows my personality and obviously what my brand is, as you know, like being the first person in the world to put rose quartz into a product. We've got such a unique story, and he really sort of champions that with this present in mind. And obviously it's a kind of sustainable sort of rose quartz, and I feel if it's a material thing, it's that, but otherwise the best thing ever for me is just a bit of time to breathe, to be with friends and loved ones, and and that's all I ever ask for, really. And I'm just quite easily pleased in that respect. It's just taking that moment to enjoy nature and those things. So I'm quite low maintenance, even though I'm a founder and CEO of a luxury brand. But actually, on a personal level, I don't want for anything.
Oh, that's wonderful. Tracey, I wonder if you might add to that, because I know that what Lisa's just been talking about, time and carving out spaces for ourselves, is really important to you.
Yes, it is. I mean, from a self-care perspective, I believe that it's really important to give yourself some time every single day to just feel your emotions, sit with yourself, understand what's going on. And that's one of the reasons why, Karen and I created Kalmar, because it has a different perspective with its brand purpose. It talks about joy, calm, peace, and love, and finding those elements. And it's a very energetic brand. It comes with energy. So for us, the art of giving to oneself is really underrated. And even if it's drawing a bath every evening and spending time in that bath, connecting, thinking, going over the day, or it's in the morning, body brushing, or as I do and have done for the last 25 years, cold water showering, all of those things are small gifts to yourself. I face brush. I've done that again for more than 25 years from my Donna Karan days. So I think that as Lisa has said, time is invaluable, and it's something that, you know, we all eventually run out of. And there are 24 hours in a day, and we should be sleeping for 8 of those, because sleep is really, really important. It's restorative. But we should also be carving out a little bit of time for ourselves, because self-care is your first form of healthcare.
Absolutely.
And as I think so many of us have learned, in some cases the hard way, that it's the most important investment you can make.
Yeah, I definitely have learned the hard way. You know, I've always had big jobs, demanding jobs, and I never, in the early days, I was so determined to progress that I really forgot about what self-care was, or actually didn't even know until I started to, you know, not sleep well and gain weight and, you know, get a foggy mind and be disconnected. So it is a priority. And now I give myself 2 weeks every year at Booking a Wahelmi, which is a clinic in Germany where I go to fast. And my longest fast has been 23 days, and my shortest fast has been 6. So yeah, I would say to any human being that it's invaluable, and never underestimate it. If you truly want to be an athlete in your own life, you've got to put some effort in. You know, Beyonce doesn't get to dance on stage like that by, you know, doing a 7-minute kitchen disco every day. She has to put a little bit more effort into it, and life is like that. So that's what I've discovered. Be your own athlete, really take care of yourself, and look in the mirror and like what you see, because you are, you know, you're with yourself in the beginning and you're with yourself in the end, and the race is with yourself.
Thank you, Tracey.
I would love to add to that, actually, because it's so beautifully put. And I think for all of us here, it's, especially being founders of businesses and running a business, there's so much pressure on us to look a certain way as well. And I think with that in mind, it's making sure that we don't compromise on the time that we have scheduled, or the intention of scheduling in the diary that we are working on ourselves. It's really important, you know, whether it's the 7-minute dance in the morning. I mean, I have a very particular strong ritual in the morning of 15 minutes stretch, like my yoga, because I've grown up with yoga, and it's all these things, but it's making it part of your habit, your lifestyle, the way that you live. And I feel, you know, for everybody, it's like Tracey was saying, it's about really the number one priority is you, and everybody else then around benefits. And that's the biggest message here, I feel.
Well, and Michelle, I think, you know, you and I had a conversation about this last week, and a big part of what you do and why your business was built was to help time poor people to, you know, make their lives easier, and that you step in and you help with recommendations for services and products, and gifting is a really big part of that. So when we are looking at giving someone a physical gift, or you know, a voucher for a facial, or giving them some permission to take time out for themselves, you are the go-to for that. And you have this really lovely philosophy about, is it give what you love what you give?
Yeah, give what they love and love what you give.
Love what you give. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, in concierge service, I'm celebrating all of what you ladies have mentioned, you know, joy, helping people to save time. And, you know, really, I want to give, I want to sort of remind people that, you know, giving is really the ultimate gift, so to speak. You know, you give with your heart. You really, you know, by sort of choosing the right present and putting thinking in it, you know, you really show the person that you love them. So it's, you know, so it not only you love what you've been choosing and what you've been thinking, and you know, and by doing that, you show that you're thinking of the person, but also more to the point, you should never lose sight of the fact that we should give our loved one what they love, because I've myself sometimes been put in a situation where, I realize people have given me a present they love, but not really thinking about whether I would love it or need it or whatever. So that's why we created that saying, that it's a kind of, it's a give and take sort of thing. It's looking at both parties.
And you also, as part of your inner circle, you have a client base of people that come to you where you help them to interpret the needs of the people they love and then find appropriate gifts. And it actually made me think about what Lisa was talking about with the ring that your husband had made for you. Often it was great that he, thought about that and took the initiative. But Michelle helps a lot of people to interpret those things for some people that might not have understood. Oh, actually, these are the things she loves, or these are the things she's passionate about. And what does that look like in the form of a gift, and how can you create something really thoughtful and special that then becomes something that makes them feel loved and considered? So I think that's such an invaluable service, Michelle.
Yeah, it's really like a teamwork. You really help the person who wants to give. You dig deep, you try to make them to understand what is it that the receiver likes, and their lifestyle, and what they use every day. It can be a useful present, it can be an extravagant present, anything. So it's really it's nearly like a coaching session in the end, where you're helping the person to understand who they're giving a gift to.
I think it's really great what Michelle does, because she takes time to really listen to the person that's given the gift, but also discover more about the individual that the gift is for. And I think a lot of time in our busy lives, we forget about what people really want. And it is, Michelle, what you do is like a coaching session, because you really weed out what the person's loves are, and where they, everything about them, where they like to eat, what they like to wear, what their favorite fragrances are. It's really to discover what the individual wants. And I think that is invaluable in this time, because actually a lot of the time people buy the wrong gifts because the gift giver doesn't have the time to choose the right gift. So this is the perfect service in my mind.
I think as well, you were saying sorry, Michelle, what you were saying earlier about actually giving. I know for us during Christmas time, we're always more excited about, we go round one by one, which probably takes us till the afternoon, and we start about 9 a.m. But we all are so excited about that person opening the gift, because we know they're going to love it. So I think it makes such a big difference if you love the gift that you're giving, as opposed to panic buying. And I think it's great what you're doing, Michelle.
Thank you. And also what I love about this service, enables me to partner with amazing brands like Kalmar, who, I truly think they have the best body products. I'm using them myself every day. And, and so for someone who is health conscious, or wellness conscious, or well-being conscious, it's truly, I find, the best product you could give them. And that's part of my whole the whole DNA of Almost Essential too, is that I'm really on the lookout to find the best of the best out there. Not really in terms of pricing or sort of whether it's well known. It's more in terms of quality. It's about the thought behind the brand. I truly believe in the true DNA of a brand and the holistic aspect of a brand, and Almost Essential has a true holistic aspect to it. So I like to align myself with brands who are like that too.
Lisa, do you think the art of gifting has been lost in some way? I mean, what is your perspective on that?
I mean, I can only generalize, really. I mean, I think everybody's made a really valuable point here already, in the fact that like Michelle's service is an incredible option for for a portion of people, you know, but it's all about options, because otherwise what tends to happen is you're getting a present that really you didn't want. It's then wasteful, and then ultimately that leads to it not being sustainable. So, and obviously, you know, I'm a very sustainable brand, so I'm championing and putting a lot of money into sustainability initiatives. So for me, it's about the 360 approach on, like, everything has a knock-on effect, doesn't it? So it is really about that, everything being considered from the moment you've thought, okay, hold on, what's the occasion? So I love what Michelle's service offers, and then it's like, but then you've also got people that just really kind of want to do it themselves, you know. So you've got all sorts of different things going on, but really it's quality over quantity, and that's my ultimate thing always. Because, of course, you know, with my brand always in mind, it is about the quality of everything. You know, less is more for me. You don't need a lot of anything. It's like a very nice glass of wine, isn't it? Or a very nice chocolate. It's like, it's better to have one very nice glass as opposed to consumption. You know, the experience is very different, you know. So I feel, you know, there's different things going on, but I think if we can take away from this today about the way we're buying, the habit, you know, I think that's the ultimate message, in the fact that, you know, really think about how you're buying. So Michelle's platform, it's giving people a wonderful opportunity. Then you've got, you know, like brands like Tracey, herself, and everybody here on the panel today. We've all got our own e-commerce website. So again, it's giving people all these lovely direct options, you know. There's nothing we can't curate and do.
Well, and I think, Lisa, there's a really important point here about sharing. Oh, sorry, Michelle.
Yeah, I just want to say I love the point you just made about the conscious buying and the quality over quantity, because I truly find that we're talking about, you know, saving the planet and you know, and sort of less carbon emissions and so forth. But I truly believe that it starts with the consumption. You know, we have to train ourselves to consume much less. And then, you know, the companies will have to follow.
Yeah. No, and I think it's also about shining a light on, you know, if there are brands that you all love and you support and you shop from them for your loved ones and for yourself, is to kind of share the word and let other people know. Because a big part, you know, I think there's definitely willingness there to shop more sustainably and more consciously, and, you know, to really embrace the less is more. But a lot of the time it's quite hard to discover new brands, because so many of them don't have the budgets to be, you know, shouting out about their services and their products. And so it's very organic. And I think we can all play a very important role in referring and talking about the brands that we love that are doing great things, and to encourage people to buy from them.
That's why, Michelle, that's why I feel that the women's chapter that you've set up as a founder, I'm absolutely 100% behind this. All of us women coming together to share something absolutely extraordinary, because when none of us are in competition with each other, we've all got something that's unique to us with a beautiful story behind it, and it's about sharing. I'm huge behind that sharing, acts of kindness, coming together to build this wonderful community. And actually that's one of the reasons why here at Franklin we have a beautiful thing that I started. I don't want to take the credit now. I have a wonderful marketing team that kind of carry the journey on, but we have something called the House of Aleph, and actually it's brands that I get asked all the time, Lisa, where would I go for this, where would I go for that? And it's all brands that I love that are on this platform. It's a digital platform, and it's basically it's giving our clients value back. So it's everybody's product here it gives our clients opportunities to showcase brands that they've never heard of, because they don't have the budget, you know, like the big boys. And I feel that's really fantastic, and it's been so welcomely received. We rolled it out about a year ago, and it's got bigger and bigger and bigger, but it's really it's really wonderful. It's you know, again, it's coming back to like Michelle's service. You know, it's something where we could all put all of you on the platform as well, because it's about obviously kindness and sharing each other, you know. But yeah, anyway, over to someone else.
Gemma, I would love to ask you to talk a little bit about packaging, because your subscription boxes go out in packaging every month. Mm-hmm. But you know, how has that been a consideration as sort of part of your business evolution, but also the gifting side of that?
Yeah, so that was really important for us from the very beginning. I think Christmas is obviously very important for gift wrapping, and it seems like almost every business is now offering that, whether it's for convenience or whether it's because brands can make it look a lot prettier than we can at home. But I think it's an important consideration throughout the entirety of the year, especially for us being a subscription box business, but any business really, that unboxing experience, opening a gorgeous box, and that is really very much part of it. You know, I've received products which just come in a standard box, and it's just not the same. You're excited from the minute it comes through your door and from opening it, and you haven't even got to what's actually inside. So it's really, really important for us. I think as we've scaled up, it becomes a little bit more difficult in terms of gift notes and personalized things, but it still is very much at our core. For example, the knitted hats that you mentioned earlier, we're doing that again this Christmas. It's about 5 times the amount. So my grandma and mum have been knitting since August, and they're like, "Are we there yet?" And I'm like, "Not quite." So they're knitting away. But I mean, it's just small things that I think make it very personalized and something a little bit different and very special for when someone opens that gift. But also, like you said earlier, for the person that's actually buying that gift, the feedback that they will get from that person just makes it invaluable, and it means that they've purchased the right gift for that person, which is great.
Brilliant. Tracey, I wonder if you can tell us a little bit more about the Kalmar rituals and what that could translate to from a gifting perspective.
Sure. I mean, I don't want to say that we are the perfect Christmas gift, but we are, but just because of the words that are around the brand. So we started work. We went into development for the brand in 2010, and I became the co-creator by happenstance, because normally when I work on brands, it's behind the scenes. I mean, anyone can look on LinkedIn to see my career, but there are lots of brands that I've worked on in the last 20 years that you wouldn't even know that I was involved in. And I met Karen, and we came up with a great design agency with the name Kalmar, which is a small town in Sweden, but it's also so sometimes when you search, you don't get Kalmar lifestyle and well-being. So make sure that you do search Kalmar lifestyle and well-being to get the right brand. But the K and the R at either end is Karen's initials, and Alma means soul, heart space. So it really is a gift to oneself. And the philosophy behind the brand, and we have liquid gemstones in our products. So, you know, we've got amethyst and ruby, and it's all about energy. It's all about bringing energy to yourself. So when you come to the House of Kalmar, which Michelle and I will be together next week at the House of Kalmar and Almost Essential, we're doing a pop-up. So we're taking over the whole Muse house together and having wonderful experiences, and hopefully bringing lots of joy, calm, peace and love to many people through beautiful gifting. But the elements of Kalmar are to discover your joy, calm, peace and love. And the first 2 things that we really need to find in our lives, because so this is a positive mental attitude brand, as well as being high performance skincare ingredients in body care products. So one of Karen's desires, and she had many of them, was that she didn't necessarily want essential oils because she couldn't trace the origin of them. So she really wanted to know where the ingredients were coming from. She wanted skincare ingredients in body care products, which is pretty much a first. Most people don't do that. And she said, why should I treat, as a dancer, why should I treat the skin on my legs any different to the skin on my face? So I was like, okay, Karen. And she said, I want to have energy in these products. I want to have a feeling of energy. And so we tracked down a liquid gemstone manufacturer to infuse the ingredients. So they do come with energy, but the first elements are to find your joy and your calm. So in life, our tip is find what brings you joy. You know, search, do a list every day if necessary, to really, really hone in and do what makes you happy. A baby is born with joy. You know, it's bouncing, even if it's unwell or, you know, premature. It's happy to be alive. And sadly, life kind of kicks that out of us as we age, right? You know, I'm almost 57, and I've done everything I possibly can to hang on to my joy, to hang on to my perspective in life, and try to laugh and be energized. And as does Karen. And we're lucky enough to do what we love. So joy is very much that. Love the people you're with, love what you do, love your life. And then once you have a sense of joy, it's easy for you to bring in calm. But what we try to encourage people to do is not to have these constant serotonin spikes where you're going high and then you're going low. So, you know, I always say life should be like a dolphin jump, not a big jump and a twist, but, you know, those tiny little skims that they do across the ocean, just enough to enjoy life and feel good. So we're really managing our hormones, right? We're really keeping that connection going. So joy and calm are the two essentials. So whether that's meditating, whether that is stretching, whether that's doing yoga, whether it's breath work, learn how to deliver calm to yourself, because then you create calm for everybody else. So joy and calm are our two elements. And once you've now joy and calm, it's very easy for you to get a sense of peace. Now, for the people that haven't now joy and calm, you will discover that when you're in nature. Do you appreciate being in a forest? Do you appreciate the ocean? Do you appreciate a river? Do you appreciate the seasons? And if you do, you're halfway there to being pretty much grounded. But if you're oblivious of them, then you're not really in your life. So pay attention to what brings you peace. And our peace product is all about nature. So it's full of wood moss and vetiver. And then love is our final product. And again, we have different, so we have 4 candles, 4 oils, and then in different ranges. So in joy, we have a body scrub and a body lotion. In calm, we have a body wash and a body cream. In peace, we have a lovely perfume that you can carry with you, so that whenever the smells aren't good, you know, think of when you're on a train and someone on a stuffy old train and someone peels an orange. When you open up our balm and you apply it, it is like being in a forest. So it really does soothe and calm you. And then love is very sensual. So we've got liquid gemstone ruby in there, lang-a-lang, lots of really cossetin ingredients, very sensual. Men love love. And actually lots of men wear it. But we don't talk about love as in loving other things or stuff. We talk about self-love, self-appreciation. So when you come for a Kalmar treatment at our Muse House, you will have a joy, calm, peace or love treatment. That treatment will be worked out for you by a series of questions that you'll answer with our master therapist on our beautiful Gallotti Radici sofa in a treatment room that does not look like a treatment room. So it's a very different experience. You go upstairs rather than downstairs. And so then you are delivered joy, calm, peace or love. And those treatments are very different. So joy is all about invigorating, uplifting. It's the scent of joy. So again, when you repurchase a product or you take that product home, we'll give you some top tips. It might be body tapping. In calm, it might be breath work. When we do the calm treatment, we focus a lot on a tummy massage, because and lots of people don't like to have their stomach massage, but it's where we hold all our trauma and our tension. So if you can just kind of grin and bear it and not be that conscious about it, you will open up your heart space, you will open up your energy, and you will feel like a new person. And then peace is very much about neck, shoulder, Shirodhara stimulation, throat, long flowing techniques in the feet and the legs, so they kind of take away those aches and pains and make you feel very grounded in the earth. And then we have love. And love, when I was working with Sinead, I said the love massage has got to feel like the release of an orgasm. So, you know, it's got to feel very like you thought, wow, what was that? And of course, so it does feel like that. It's long Balinese strokes, really taking the tension out of the body. So our treatments aren't like anybody else's treatments. I promise you. I've been in beauty for 37 years. I wanted to create something that was completely different. with Karen, who is obviously a dancer, flamenco dancer, spiritualist. I would encourage anyone that isn't following her to follow her on social media. It's all about finding what brings you joy, calm, peace, and love. And Karen is our calendar girl, and I am the biggest fan ever. And I've had an opportunity to create a brand that doesn't judge you, that is encouraging you to feel better. I'm not going to promise you that you're going to fall in love or get the next big job, or have the wardrobe that you've always wanted, or look better than anybody else. But what I am going to say, with our brand, we make you truly connect to your heart, body, and mind, and feel good about yourself. And that has been our mission at Kalmar.
Amazing. Thank you, Tracey. And I'm sure that anyone is listening is feverishly writing down these things. And I mean, all of that translates into wonderful gifting ideas. So thank you. I've also had one of your treatments. Mind blowing. I cried, like I really sobbed afterwards. But it was incredible. Gemma, I'd love to go over to you and ask, what are your kind of, in terms of the JOMO Club range, suggestions for gifting? Because you and I did a live around all of the festive touches that you've included in your December box.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that and what that translates into gifting for people who might want to buy your products and services?
Sure. So we have our standalone Christmas box. So that'll be coming up first week of December. We always include, it's a full alcohol-free spirit cocktail box. So we have a full-size bottle of alcohol-free spirit. We have ready-to-drinks. We have mixers. We have a cocktail of the month. We have festive garnishes, snacks, and a magazine as well. So for those who don't drink, can't drink, that's kind of the perfect starting gift option. We also have our bottle store, and we have a few festive picks. So just bottled last week is the Christmas pudding spirit, and it is to die for. It tastes just, for those who like Christmas pudding, it is just like the real thing. It smells like, you first smell it and it smells like brandy, and then you taste it and it just smells like a really booze-soaked Christmas pudding, and it's completely alcohol free. And I'm not just saying that, it is honestly incredible. So that's only available throughout from now till December. So I definitely recommend for the Christmas pudding lovers to try that out. And we have our advent calendar as well. So it's a little bit different. It's the 12 days of JOMO. So it's leading up to Christmas, and it will be 12 individually wrapped gifts that include gorgeous glassware. We have garnishes, we have spirits for you to try, and lots of other mystery secrets. I won't ruin it all, but we have our Christmas section that you can explore, and it's, like I said, just perfect for people who want that ritual and that experience, and for the people who can't drink but still want a gorgeous cocktail or a glass of bubbly. So pretty perfect for this Christmas season.
Brilliant. And the other one I wanted to ask you to mention is the ginger that you told me about, that can be used kind of as a hot toddy with hot water as well as in cocktails, because I think lots of people are poorly, but also love that kind of hit that ginger gives you. Can you tell us about that one?
Sure. So it's called Jimba. Again, you can get it on our bottle store, but it is amazing. It's a ginger concentrate. It's all from natural organic ingredients, super low in sugar. You can have it as a shot in the morning for a ginger shot, if you like the fire, or even if you don't like ginger and want to get it over and done with, because it's definitely fiery. You can have it with hot water if you're feeling a little bit poorly. You can have it with sparkling water. You can put it in a cocktail, or you can make delicious cheesecakes and cookies throughout the festive season, or have it in stir fries. It's just, I always have a bottle in the fridge because you can use it for pretty much anything that you eat or drink. So it's gorgeous.
It is fabulous, Gemma. I love it. And can you tell everybody as well about Sentia? Because I love that too. That is the absolute, I mean, I love everything that you're doing. I love your website. I want it all. There's not enough days for me to drink everything, but because I'm hardly home. But I love everything that you do, and I love. I mean, like you, I've got a bottle of Gimba in the fridge, and it is essential to. I mean, I'm full of cold, and I've had it for 3 weeks, but it's just cut through that every morning. I have a big shot, and before I go to bed. But yeah, tell everyone about Sentia, because I love that.
I know, once you start on the Jimba, you just can't stop. I've got so many people cook now, and it's just so delicious. Also, I think makes you a bit immune to ginger, because I have normal ginger drinks now and I can't even taste the ginger because that's but Sentia that's going to be our December box spirit, which is a bit of a spoiler for those who want to try it. It's in our December box. It's the world first in terms of what they're doing. So it activates the GABA part of your brain, which is what makes you feel sociable, relaxed. It makes you feel good, and it sort of gives you the 2-drink feeling. So the GABA has a ceiling, so alcohol actually also activates your GABA part of your brain to make you feel happy and sociable. But when you get past those 2 drinks, you then have the downsides of alcohol. So Sentia makes you feel happy, sociable, and relaxed, but then has that ceiling, so you never go past that 2-drink feeling. So you can still drink and you can still drive. You can still do everything you normally would. It's rich berries, it's spicy, it's really delicious for Christmas time because it's that sort of mulled wine flavor almost. But it's
like a Negroni as well. So it's like it's so similar to a Negroni in that sense, and it looks like a drink. So I don't drink, right? So when I'm out, it's a sparkling water, and it's a pain in the bum. And then people go, "Oh, you don't drink?" I'm like, "No, I don't. Maybe an occasional glass of something, but very rare." And so it's the perfect drink for that at parties, because you look like you've got a physical drink, and everybody leaves you alone. I mean, there's no shame in not drinking, but I think it's hard at times, especially when everybody is determined to get off their face. At Christmas, because that's what we've been educated to do. But actually, I quite like walking around in the morning and feeling really good. And thanks to you, I'm going to feel even better.
It's so true. Like, having that nice glass, it does just make people leave you alone. And you're right. I think it's becoming more normalized, but we're definitely not there yet. And just having that glass with an actual drink with a garnish inside, people most of the time don't even bat an eyelid because you have that drink in hand. But it also makes you feel relaxed as well, just having something.
Because it's a big question when someone says, "Oh, you're not drinking. Well, why don't you drink?" It's like, it's a big question. So it's like, take it out of the picture. It's fabulous.
Exactly. So
thank you for doing that.
Lisa, can I go to you to tell us what should be on our wish lists from Lisa Franklin London this Christmas?
Absolutely. I also want to mention to Gemma, because I bought a lot of your products, and actually for gifts and for myself, and we love your brand, and actually I just love the fact that, like Tracey mentioned, it's not about being judged about whether you drink or not drink. It's that sort of social environment and making it more social. And I just feel like the messaging, you've done such an incredible job. And we're already buying again from you this season, because we do a lot of private events in the clinic. So that's probably, I'll start with that then, actually. So where do we start here at Lisa Fran? We have such a 360 approach. There's nothing we can't do. So a lot of people host their private events here because we're a private space, we're a private clinic in Knightsbridge. That's one option. So people love that. And then obviously we get brands in like you, Tracey or Gemma, for example, or Anne-Marie. So it's very much about bringing people in to showcase their brands and actually provide our clients with all these wonderful options whilst they're having the privilege of having a wonderful treatment. So we have, where do I start then, Michelle? Goodness. Okay, so we do vouchers, and that is for our facials and our back facials, which is a very special treatment. There's nothing, we work in a very bespoke way. So all the treatments are curated for the person. So it's a very, very unique philosophy. We're leading the way in science and technology. So we're leading the way in non-surgical facelifting and maintenance facial, and really kind of that healthy aging message. So just for those that don't really know too much about Lisa Franklin, so there's, please check out the website, because it's there's so much to learn. We're a very educational brand. So we do private events as presents. We do membership. We have a full membership service, and that's a wonderful present, especially this time of year. People do get that as a present for their loved ones. because then it actually enables them to kind of take that time that we've all really been talking about to come once a month, you know. So that's a really lovely thing. We offer a wonderful bespoke gift wrap service, and again, it's by budget. You know, we have lots of options we can present, but there's nothing. We wonderful boxes and our lovely handmade ribbons and various different things. I don't really want to leave anything out, but I'll probably get told off after. We have a full makeup service. There's nothing we don't really do here. So yeah, I mean, please check out the website, but also because it's Thanksgiving, isn't it, everybody? So we really need to be mindful, but we've got Black Friday. So we've got, you know, maybe for people that are new to the brand, we've got such wonderful offerings happening on Black Friday. Our marketing have curated. So please look out for these wonderful offers. If you're new to us, it might be a lovely starting point to welcome you in. Some feel comfortable. That's our priority. It's making sure people are comfortable, are looked after. It's all about the experience here at our clinic privé. So it's about the journey for us. It's about taking people on a positive skin journey, and that's why we're so different. There is nobody like us, because it's exactly like Tracey was saying about the body concept. It's very much, and you know, I really champion that. We're exactly the same. We're so amazing at what we do in the way we deliver the results. So, you know, people don't know there's other options out there other than Botox and filler. And obviously everybody that knows me, we are, you know, I have to be careful what I say because I don't want to be negative, but I champion, I'm a bit of an activist against Botox and filler because there's so many other options, and sometimes people don't know there's other options. So we're a very educational brand. So we're working with people to kind of encourage that healthy aging and really champion the way people feel from the inside. So when I set up my brand, it was very much my mantra. Obviously, I know, Michelle, you're very familiar with myself and my brand and what it stands for, but the people that don't know, my mantra is love, light, energy. I live my life like that. Love, light, energy is on all of our packaging. It's very special to us, you know, because rose quartz, what we stand for, ethical kind of ingredients, the science behind it. It's all about the performance, like Tracey said, you know, and we've got to share those messaging. We have a whole body collection as well, 3 beautifully beyond organic sort of oils in hand blown glass, and they're actually called Love Light Energy, and it depends kind of your mood. You could own the collection, or that's a nice gift for somebody. That our sort of male audience tend to buy that a lot for their mums, because it's really kind of quite nurturing. So there's so many things. I really don't know where I could be here all day.
Well, Lisa, I'm going to stop you there actually, and I'll just give you an example, because I actually had a treatment at Lisa's clinic before I even knew her, and I was given it as a gift, and it was one of the best gifts I was ever given because it was truly incredible. And I've told loads. I actually took a friend with me for the treatment when we went, and we made a whole day out of it, and it was truly incredible. So I can't recommend Lisa and her team highly enough. So thank you very much. We've got just a couple of minutes left, and I wanted to give Michelle an opportunity to tell everyone about the pop-up that you're doing on the 30th, so that you can just remind everyone to come along to that, because that really showcases what Almost Essential is about in terms of how good you are at bringing together and curating beautiful brands that provide the most wonderful gifting opportunities. So before we end off,
really, this highlight the fact that one of the main DNA of my brand is its partnership. And, you know, I love my partnership with Kalmar, and they very kindly accepted to host the pop-up. So for me, it's a great opportunity not only to showcase the body products that they have, which I truly love, but also to bring across brands from abroad that people haven't seen in London so far. And also, they're all women-led brands, like this lady who has a beautiful estate in Hampshire, and she's producing a delicious gin. So she will be there. Another lady who has this amazing home staples, as I call them, which are, you know, how we used to have home dividing screens and the butler tray. So she's basically resuscitate all that. We will have it there. A beautiful fashion and jewelry brand. Another amazing cashmere brand who is not only cashmere, but she has an amazing sense of design and style. So it's, you know, designs you've never seen before. Brand I love, where basically you can bring your vintage scarf that you don't really wear anymore, and they transform it into this really cool drawstring bag that you wear as a crossbody. So, you know, all these brands that I love to champion, and, you know, also we all together and we also have fun. So there you go. Come by, please.
So that's on the 30th of November, and it's at House of Kalmar. I know that the details are on both of your Instagram feeds, so if anyone is interested. Otherwise, obviously, comment on this event, and Tracey or Michelle will get in touch with you about what's happening on that night. If you have questions for anyone... Sorry?
It's a whole day, by the way.
Oh, the whole day. Brilliant. So there's no excuse.
Yeah, pop in. Anyone can pop in, and it's very close to Victoria train station, so brilliant. Just off of Eccleston Place.
Oh. Well, thank you, all of you, for making the time to join us today. I know that it's a crazy time of year for everybody, so I'm very grateful that you took the time. Anyone that's listened, if you've come in halfway through, you can watch the entire recording from the beginning. And of course, if you have questions or you want to contact Gemma, Tracey, Lisa, or Michelle, you can do so through LinkedIn, or drop me a note and I'll facilitate a connection. But I hope that this has given everyone some inspiration around how they can buy or gift really meaningful gifts and experiences this Christmas. And thank you to all of you for your amazing offerings.
Thank you, Michelle, for hosting it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Michelle.
Lovely to see you all. Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye, ladies. Bye.